Hello, today is August 1st and it's protest day number 1. In the last few days, in the build up to this day, the Nigerian government has really panicked, and there's been so much confusion everywhere about today, about the protest that is currently ongoing in Nigeria. But in the midst of it all, what I see is that the government and the ruling class, they are playing with Nigerians. They are playing with the future of Nigerians. They are playing and toying with the ordinary Nigerians. Among the ruling class, you find some of them saying Tinubu has performed excellently in the last 1 year. Some will tell you that you can judge Tinubu's performance in 1 year, and some will also tell you that within the last 1 year, the government has put in place so much policies. All we need to do is just allow it to mature. For how long? And some will also tell you the economic crunch is global. Global? Really? Now, and one thing they fail to understand, and the questions that Nigerians are not asking, if you say the economic crunch is global, how many countries around the world have done budget to buy, carry out budget to buy yachts, to buy cars worth billions of naira for members of National Assembly, to buy cars for office of the First Lady, to build a house of 20 billion for the Vice President? How many countries around the world, if you say it is a global phenomenon, how many countries have been involved in such huge monumental expenditure that will not even better the lives of the common man? And yet they tell you, be patient with government. When Buhari came in 2015, they said give him 1 year, take time, just give him time. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years came and went by, and Buhari ruined the country. Tinubu came in, and before the election, Tinubu said he was going to build on the development strides of Buhari. And I look at, so is this what Tinubu is building? Is it poverty? Now, food inflation is astronomical. Economic inflation, terrible. The people are suffering while the ruling class enjoy themselves. And you can see that from the reckless statements, made by sometimes the Senate President, the Deputy Speaker, just taking Nigerians for a ride. Taking Nigerians for a ride. Who does that? Now, this strike, what you should know about this strike is that, one, power resides with the people. But unfortunately, the citizens of Nigeria do not realize that the ultimate power, that the office of the citizens of Nigeria remains the number one, the most powerful position in Nigeria. The citizens do not realize this, and that's why you find some saying, I cannot protest and all of that, because otherwise the government would not have even panicked. The government panicked and brought traditional rulers, to further dissuade the minds of people not to protest, to fight for their rights and stuff like that. And another thing you should know about this protest is that poverty has been weaponized. Poverty is now a weapon, a tool in the hands of the ruling class. Otherwise, you will not find people's mothers, fathers, queuing up, carrying banners. They can't even read what is there on the banner, saying no protest, all with the promise of maybe 2,000 naira, 5,000 naira, maybe rise. Poverty has now been weaponized in different parts of Nigeria. It has now become a tool in the hands of the ruling class. Now, another thing you should understand about protests, that successful protests around the world, they are spontaneous. When a protest is announced, when you give a date for a protest, just like what the organizers of the End Bad Governance protest have done, is to give the government the ample time to manipulate people, like they've done within the last 2 weeks, to manipulate people, manipulate traditional rulers, manipulate youth leaders, manipulate women leaders, manipulate different sectors of the country. Successful protests, they are spontaneous. And another thing you should know about this protest is that ethnicity and religion will continue to be a tool in the hands of the ruling class. That will tell you that except God intervenes, the unity we seek in Nigeria among the northwest, southeast, we might never achieve that, because the ruling class will continue to use ethnicity and religion as a tool of division. Meanwhile, while they congregate at the top and they are united at the top because they have a common front of looting and making themselves rich at the expense of the common man. Another thing you should know about this protest, for the fact that it was announced, is that the ruling class will continue to take the masses for granted. The ruling class will continue to take the masses for granted. And another thing you should learn about this protest is that the traditional institutions in Nigeria have failed. Traditional rulers in the southwest, and they are now using the leverage against the people to get them not to protest, to fight against, to end bad governance in Nigeria, to end manipulation, to end poverty, hardship. Anyway, we'll keep you posted about the events as they unfold. We'll analyze the issues as they unfold. And please don't forget to subscribe to Geopolitical Blog on YouTube. Subscribe to you can follow me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, as well as my WhatsApp channel. Until I come your way again, I'll bring you more analysis of the protest. I remain Joel.